everyone, today I thought I would show my Year 1 Fashion and Textiles degree sketchbook. So this was the first ever project, first ever sketchbook I started during my first year, and I have to say I actually love this sketchbook because it was really the first time I did so much idea generation, and if you want to know the grade that I got for this, it was a first, which was quite exciting. Currently I'm working on my second year project, which is on children's wear, which I will show to you in some time as well. So if I get into the sketchbook, there's a lot more drawing in this sketchbook than a lot of my other sketchbooks, and that's why I like it so much, is because there's much more idea generation. So we started off by doing just a couple of repeat patterns, using the same shape to do repeat patterns, and then doing that with our left hand or the opposite hand. And these are great ways to also fill up a sketchbook, and then doing that again just in different ways. And then starting to introduce scale and also a different medium, so that's pen and pencil, and then doing it with our less dominant hand, and then actually photocopying shapes and turning it into positive and negative, and then starting to work with scale to, if it focuses, create some collages as well. And this actually reminds me a lot of teeth. And then we printed out a model and then just layered some shapes on to kind of see how it would go on, you know, as a garment, and how it could work. And those are some flat drawings. Just zoom out a little bit. And then the same thing again. This one is actually one of my favourites. It's quite a unique one. But, you know, this is just really simple ways of how a shape can be transferred and kind of be, you know, inspire a whole silhouette. And again. And then I started to introduce new shapes as well. And again, great ways to, you know, fill up a sketchbook. So yes, trying to introduce a new shape. And this does end, I promise. And then, yeah, you know, just working with more and more shapes, using the photocopier, scaling it down, cutting it out, collaging it, blowing it up slightly in proportion, into larger proportions. This one reminds me of the spine. And then laying them onto models again, using acrylic paint and just painting on. And then here comes the real design project. So this was my choice of colour palettes. We all went to the V&A for a Club to Catwalk show, which happened last year, which is this section here. And then I also went to the Valentino Master of Couture at the Somerset House, which is that one there, minus that picture, which was also very inspiring. So looking at two images that I actually took, I picked out some colours, which then form the base of the colour palette and the colours that you would use for the rest of the project, if that makes any sense. So that was all picked out from the research, and then those are my colours. And then from those colours I started to then again do more collages and design ideas. This here, I'm not sure if the camera is actually going to be able to pick it up, but it is actually stitching. And then just, you know, referring back to different artists and designers that have used maybe similar colours as well. So up there, and then that's mine. And then, you know, of course Louis Vuitton did that collection. And then there are several other designers like Gucci, Elie Saab, that have also used this colour palette. This colour palette has been used by almost every designer I found. So yeah, that was quite exciting. And then adding in another colour. Again, doing the thing with the models, and also then starting to introduce Photoshop, which was the first time I'd ever learnt the whole, you know, how to use it. So that was introduced, and then actually turning those colours, which was my colour palette, into negative colours, and then working with that. So these are the negative colours from that colour palette, which actually I really like, and then doing some more collages inspired by, you know, what I've already done. And there is some even more. And then this was my other colour palette, which I also then did lots and lots of collages from. And then this is the negative of that colour palette, and then how designers have used it. And even more, I did generation. This was inspired by some smocking that I'd done, and some more Photoshop there as well. And then this is actually the negative of it. So this is, again, I love the negative palettes a lot more than the originals. So yeah, these are some of my favourite colours, I have to say. And then how designers have used it. Some more Photoshop. And then some actual screen prints. This is actually a collage, so it's a photocopy of this one, I think, and that's got a bit stuck on from the other collage. Even more Photoshop. More screen prints. Again, Photoshop. And another screen print. There is a second part to the sketchbook, so if you'd like to see that, then do keep a lookout on my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any comments or any questions, definitely let me know in the comment section below. This was a screen print with paper that was ripped up, and I thought it kind of looked like zebra print. But yeah, you know, if you have any comments, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will show the second part of this sketchbook. The outcome of this was actually a shirt, which was actually quite plain. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!